The idea of having this sense of home was really important. I wanted the music to feel lived in, with all the imperfections that come along with that. We made the whole album here, in this one beautifully imperfect living room.
I could feel time passing with you. Open up. What is it you're asking? Is it holding us? Open up.
I feel like our sessions, they've got a nice balance between you having instruction for me and you listening to my ideas and being open to my ideas. Like in the recording we did today, you said we were done and I wanted to do a little solo and you were open to it and it ended up being...
And then it was shit.
It was shit.
So can I just record you doing that?
Yeah. Over the track?
Just so.
Because whenever I do add my own little intricacies, I guess, you always smile at me and it makes me excited. And I'm like, yeah, he gets it.
Can I just get that same amount of time and the same thing, but feel free to move while the chord's being held, like as in move your kind of inner voices and stuff? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just I didn't plan to record this, so I would have written it out. Okay, yep. Yep. Yeah. The collaborators on this album are really just friends. It's a natural step to ask these people to play with me. The people that I'm around and are luckily also already brilliant musicians are the people that are easiest to record with. Sydney is such a big part of this album. It's where the music's set and it almost serves as another character. I wanted to imbue the music with the feeling of what Sydney is to me, whether that's done literally through field recordings and imagery in the lyrics, or in a more abstract sense, leaning into my more soulful, groove-driven influences. The more kind of drum-focused instrumentals, along with a lot of the chord decisions, is very Sydney to me. Even just bringing strings to the forefront on this album helps bring it into that world. In almost every song there's underlying field recordings that I've taken around the city over the years. On top of that though, there's so many accidental moments where the city just made its way into the recordings. Things like a car screeching outside or a siren, or even like the Rosellas playing in the school gutter across the road. Because the living room is such an untreated, unsoundproofed space, and also so close to the road, you capture all those small moments. It's a big part of why I love recording here.
The best thing about working with Jerome is when I come into a session in the living room and I might bring a violin or a cello or a viola or whatever I have with me, he's always enthusiastic about just finding new possibilities and exploring. I feel like I have to talk about the living room that we're in right now. It adds so much to the music, and I think you can't really appreciate it unless you come and play your instrument in here, but I don't know, there's something magical about the sound of this room, the reverb. I think so much of the energy and the inspiration comes from the sound of this room. When you sing or when you play an instrument in here, it really it bounces back at you in a way that's really inspiring.
So the recording process, particularly with this album, it just feels like it's part of this fabric of our everyday life. You know, you'd come in from doing the shopping or something and I'd say, oh, I've got this idea, and then we just quickly plug it in, and that's the real joy and benefit of being able to do it in this living room. Is there were no set recording sessions, and we just kind of added to it as we went. We didn't have to schedule in things, and when we had an idea in the moment, you're really capturing that inspiration. It's a really free, open way of composing that has massively impacted how I make music now as well.
I've always been inspired by light. There's these fleeting moments in the late afternoon where light will just stream through the shutters in the living room and everything just glows. As I got deeper into making this album, the living room grew to be not just a core part of the music itself, but the perfect metaphor for what the album came to be about. It's this idea of the everyday, finding peace and space in the mundane. How much can I get out of this one idea, this one room? It's all part of this journey of making the city a home that I've been on these last few years. I think I've realised what that really means is finding a sense of stability within myself. It's an ongoing process, but bringing all these friends and collaborators into the one place to make this album has made me feel more at home than I ever have.